Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kenshin, and welcome to Dark Souls Within the Flame, Episode 1. Alright, I am crazy excited to make this for you guys. I have been a big fan of the Souls games ever since the first one came out for PC, and I had been intrigued with Demon Souls since long before that. I just recently beat Dark Souls 3, and man, what an awesome experience that was. That game kicked ass so hard, and it was the perfect ending evolution to what started in Demon Souls, progressed into Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2, took a detour with Bloodborne and came back. And just the way the combat, the mechanics, everything about it, even the actual quality of the port was refined, was fantastic. When I beat it though, I wanted more Dark Souls. I needed it. So I decided to do something I've been wanting to for a few years now, which is to go back to the original Dark Souls for PC, this is what I'm playing it on, and kind of replay it, you know? And I've picked up on a lot of lore and different techniques and stuff since my first playthrough, and I've thought of a different way I'd like to play through the first few hours of it than usual. It's nothing radically different. Many players have done it before, but I just want to do it myself instead of doing the usual thing that you see. I'd also like to share some of the lore I've learned as I play, as well as some hints and tips and tricks and some personal anecdotes that I've experienced when I was playing, some funny stories, some interesting things. So in this playthrough, I aim to provide some lore, some speculation, my personal experience, and a few tips and tricks that I've learned. I am by no means an expert, and I would not even hold myself up to the get good category, but I'm a veteran of the series. I've played and loved all three of these, so I do know what I'm doing pretty well. And we're just here to have a good time, have some fun, and relax and play. I'm playing the Prepare to Die edition, naturally, with a few mods: the HD Texture Pack mod, the Flora and Fauna overhaul, the PS3 UI mod, DS Fix. Obviously, I wouldn't touch this game without DS Fix, and a head and eye mod to make things prettier. And I do have a sweet effects file running as well. OBS is putting this file out looking a little less contrasted than I'd like, so I'm going to try and fix that in post. And if I don't succeed, well, that's why. Enough of me talking. I've already created my character. We're going to be starting with the Master Key as a warrior, because that fits what I do. This is my waifu. This is Shion. Everyone say hi to her. And we're just going to get this thing rolling. So into the asylum we go.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. of lords, they challenge the dragons. Gwyn's mighty lords peeled apart their stone spears. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark side brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
And so it begins. Oh boy, this is crazy to be playing this again. Like, I haven't touched it in forever. Like, even though it was one of my favorite games, it was one of those things. Like, after I beat it, I was like, "Yep, that's it, no more." But now I have a feeling, just because a lot of you are going to be out there this year now, you're going to say, "Oh, you're just like Epic Name Bro doing this, trying to play through the game and show some tricks and do the lore." Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. We all do our own thing, and this is what I'm doing. And yeah, so what? He's amazing. You know, can't fault that. So, as we just saw and heard, we had a knight drop in a corpse into our cell. Now, that was Oscar of Astora, who we will meet a little later on. By the way, yes, this is intended to be friendly to both veterans and new players, or people who are just kind of interested in general and taking a look at the game but never really wanted to play it, or maybe did but thought they weren't up to the challenge. This is kind of for everyone. But we will meet him later on. But I always found it funny that he just kind of chucked the whole corpse in here whole, instead of like tossing us the key like, "Hey, here you go, dink." Instead he's just like, and just tosses the whole body down, which is great. Now, I think it's very interesting. Oh, also, I'm using a high-res font mod as well for the game, so that, you know, the original font for everything looked really, really shitty, like it was sub 720p. It was bad. I think it's interesting that we start in an asylum. Not because it's like, oh, that's fascinating, but because already knowing that gives you a good bit of lore information without actually, wow, without actually knowing anything to begin with, aside from that fantastic opening cinematic. Being started in the Asylum really tells us a lot. We learn of the Dark Sign and of the Undead, and as we learn, Hollows, the Undead, simply by the name, cannot die. So they will die repeatedly but keep coming back. And that's the process of hollowing. As you die more and more and lose more and more of your will and your mind, you go crazy and bad things happen and you become, you know, beef jerky like this. It's like we spent hours making our beautiful waifu here and now we're just bacon. So what do you do with people who can't die? Well, you have to lock them up to await the end of the world. I mean, really, it's a grim fate, but it only just makes sense. That intro really it's still probably my favorite out of any of the Souls series, because it's great. Like, Dark Souls 2 intro is really weird also. I know I was looking at it over there. I'd like to call attention to that because it's totally awesome. Is over here you could see someone got badly wrecked. I don't know. They never, that model never actually appears in the game again with the bag on its head, but as we see there, that's the stray demon. Now, most people do tend to forget about it, but as it happens, he actually is a surprise boss later on. People think, oh, that's the Asylum demon when they're first coming through here and they hear about the first boss. No, we get to tangle with him a little later, but it's sort of a fun foreshadowing of your inevitable fate should you come back here when you're not prepared. Oh wait, I'm getting a call. Who the fuck? Private number? Well, it can't be mine because no one would be calling me from the house. Anyways, because I'm here, I'm the only one in the house. The plot thickens. But it's sort of a glimpse into your inevitable fate, and I love that, because it's like, hey, prepare yourself. And you hear him walking around, and it's kind of like terrifying, because you just hear, ksh, ksh, ksh. It's great. It builds up suspense wonderfully. And I love that. God, this whole first level is great. I don't think anything lives up to this as far as the Souls games go, except for maybe the Ashen Graveyard in Dark Souls 3, because that was a pretty great area. And Eudex's Gundyr was a fantastic opener to the game. But I don't know. To me, though, nothing quite nails the pants-shitting terror of the first encounter with the Asylum demon that we have coming up. But yeah, looking at this place, it's great because the Undead Asylum, you're thinking, we got mental institutions here? No, it's literally a prison, because through the process of hollowing, you lose your heart and soul and mind and become a ragged, crazed beast. And literally the only thing that can be done with you is to lock you up, which is awesome. Now, if we look up there, we can see the Asylum demon just chilling, having a grand old time. And down there, where you hear the walking, is where we were in the cells, where the stray demon is. And yeah, he's up there, and we see through a hole in the roof. And we're thinking, alright, oh boy. Now, to a Souls player, this is automatically like screaming boss fight here before you even do anything. And sure enough, we're not even gonna try. You can try and fight him with your broken straight sword, and if you're good, you could do it. And I'm good, but I'm not that good. It's bad. Oftentimes, that tends to be an area of absolute frustration for first-time players, because they hear, oh, this game is so fucking hard that it's gonna be terrible, and yada yada. So they're thinking they gotta fight the first boss of the game with a broken straight sword, and he's this massive demon. And they don't even take the time to realize that there's a message on the floor telling them to go to the left, and that the game, while cruel, is reasonably fair at times, for the most part. Alright. I have fond memories of playing through this area. What am I doing? Is that what I wanted to do? No. I'm trying to remember how the how things worked in the inventory for this game, because it's a little bit different than Dark Souls 2. Hold on, what am I doing? There we go. Wow. I remember playing through this area first time I played the game, when I came back to the asylum, you know, when you fight the stray demon and all those fun boyos. And I remember this because this is where one of the Black Knights are. There's several here, at least 2 of them. There's one in your old cell, and then there's one there. And I remember he was one of the earliest ones I defeated, and I remember it was a nice, like, sort of drizzly, rainy night, and I remember playing it and just, I don't know, because I love the foggy aesthetic of it there. Oh boy, we already need more equipment load. We're running so slow. It's just, it's all foggy and stuff, and it was like 3 in the morning, and it felt awesome. Actually, no, we're not fat rolling. We're kind of med rolling. And then, of course, yeah, so I slowly began to become more and more proud of myself as I was able to take him on, and then progressively other Black Knights. You know, they were sort of like the challenge, the watermark for how good you could get. And the white light, the fog gates in this game, they make me paranoid the first time I go through the game in any measure, because, of course, they are the barrier to boss fights, but sometimes they're just used to separate different areas and zones in a given area, so sometimes you don't know what you're getting into. And also here, we see our first best friend, who is unfortunately very short-lived. But what's interesting is that there appears to be no way in there. That's the door, but it's broken, and we have no idea how the hell he could have gotten in there. As you can tell, the bricks here look like they're about to break. We can't do anything about it, but something else might. And of course, because it's a FromSoft game, you know what's going to happen next. A little too quick for me, quicker than I remember. But that's what'll happen to most people the first time they run through here, so I was just demonstrating that to you. Also, another classic FromSoft thing here. I know it's not, like, crazy, but the fact that shortcuts loop back around to the bonfire. From loves to give you shortcuts and different ways to worm around the area. Game Trailers best described the area world of Dark Souls as, you know, being a giant apple and you're the worm. And I think that's a pretty great explanation because everything intertwines and interconnects. And there we see a hole in the ceiling that he fell through and ended up here. Now, who else was on the roof and ceiling prior to our engagement with him? Of course, the Asylum Demon. And Oscar looks like he's in pretty bad shape, so one could perhaps assume that they had a little tangle. Let's talk.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you. Now I'm...
Alright, yep. So, one thing that's always interested me here, it's never 100% certain how a undead becomes truly hollow to the point where they lose their mind. Now, we are quite clearly hollow. You look at that, that's some serious beef jerky right there. You know, we're so hollow we could be a leather jacket. So, but yet we clearly have our wits about us in our mind. We are able to fight the undead, think and reason for ourselves, and do whatever, and do all these things. But yet we are clearly an undead hollow. And now, it's not 100% certain what causes one to hollow, but the generally accepted belief is that it's done when someone dies. Wait, he's gonna die. You're gonna hear it in a second. Rip. I think we get his souls, too. It's kind of sick in a way. Wow, that always is cool. But I always felt the generally accepted way that a undead became hollowed, like these dreglings, was after they died so much, they lost their sense of who they were, what they were, their identity, their purpose, or their goal. And if they're without purpose, then dying repeatedly leads to absolute insanity, because there's no sense, no meaning, no anything to it. And that's what causes it. Now, what's interesting is that Oscar here seems to clearly have purpose. He sought to live out the prophecy that was told in Astora. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. He clearly came here with that intent, whether he came to attempt to get to Lordran himself, or came with the intent to free us. Either way, God, backstabs don't work like I remember them. At least not in this game. Why can't I get my backstabs? I'm all about that life. Give me that shit. But whether he came here in an attempt to find an undead that would fit the bill, if you will, or to try and do it himself, I find it interesting that all of a sudden he just lost his will right then and there, instead of getting back up and saying, wow, that sucked, and then immediately getting back into it. Because it's clearly implied that he had intention to continue on, as it were, but yet he died there and knew it and accepted it, which always kind of interested me. Now, I can't remember. How do we do that plunging attack? Not the vertical one, but the one that involves kind of like jumping forward and doing a... Yeah, right? So is it... No, what was it? There we go, and then... That's it. Okay. Because there's an exploit on dealing with the asylum demon that involves doing that. That'll make him even easier bit of work. Because this is obviously designed to teach you how to do a plunging attack. But if you do this, you could do excessive amounts of damage to him, which will make your life even easier. As if he wasn't already an easy boss, for fuck's sake. I mean, come on. He's the first boss of the game. It's funny, I say this now, but when I first fought him, like, for the very first time on my first playthrough, I was so badly stuck. Like, yeah, it was a bad barrier to entry for me. He just kind of royally fucked up my day, and I couldn't beat him. Now, this also was because I was opting to play the game in possibly the worst way possible, and that was with mouse and keyboard. Don't ask me why. Up until then, I had never had experience with a controller, so to me, doing it with a controller, though I understood it was absolutely recommended, seemed like a terrible idea to me. Like, why would I do that? Why would I play through this game that is supposedly incredibly hard with a controller, which I have no skill with? And so, believe it or not, I beat the entire game, Artorias and everything, with a fucking mouse and keyboard. And this guy, I was frustrated on him. It took me about 2 days to beat him originally. Now, what's interesting, if we go here, take a look. Works differently, I keep forgetting. So I do have the master key, which is great. If we look at the Big Pilgrim's key, it says that it is a big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. A chosen undead. This chosen undead knows not what the pilgrimage has in store. So it makes me wonder is, yes, in Oscar's prophecy he says, thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum, which to me pretty much says, in an interesting way, because we assume like, oh, we're the player, we're the chosen undead. That means because we are the player who is undead, we're the chosen one because we're the player. And that's kind of true, but the lore ramification to it is that thou who art undead art chosen from your exodus from the undead asylum. Meaning you become the chosen undead, not because you're naturally the player and you are the chosen undead, but because you were able to leave the undead asylum. Slaying the demon allows you to leave, and forging on and questing ahead of what seems like a cliff, an endless cliff that we come to here. Doing all of that is what makes you the chosen undead. And perhaps there were many chosen undead before us, because it's a saying and a prophecy. Either that, or we really are the only one.
You, give me warm, give me soft.
Snuggly the Crow, I had to pay her a visit. For those who don't know, that's a place where you can trade warm and soft items to get other different items that are very beneficial to you. I never really made much use, but you could. There's a full list of what Snuggly gives, and Snuggly is present in every game in some measure. It's not always called Snuggly, but it's there. So, now the idea is we don't know what we're coming up to. There's just some goal here, it says that, and yet there is some prophecy to ring the bell of the awakening, and then the fate of the undead thou shalt know. But up until now, we're just kind of like, alright, let's go forward.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Ah, Firelink Shrine, what a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful place. It's cool to be back here, especially after Dark Souls 3 incorporated Dark Firelink, and as well as, obviously, the Firelink that we see in the Cemetery of Ash after Eudex Gundyr. This is awesome. Especially because in Dark Souls 3 we get to see a fully built Firelink Shrine, whereas we started with this decayed and decrepit one. Now we get to see both ends of it, which is totally awesome. So, obviously, first thing we have to do once being here, after marveling at everything and the fact that the Crow kind of showed us a little bit of what we can expect in our time here, is talk to the Crestfallen Knight, who is present in literally every Souls game there is. He's present in Demon Souls, this one, Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3, but I don't know. This guy's my favorite, just because, I don't know, he gave up, yet he's still a total smartass. It makes me laugh. Let's have a chat.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
So, that sort of holds up to my theory earlier, when I said that, yes, we have become a chosen undead by leaving the asylum, but we are not the first. Rather, there is no one chosen undead. You become a chosen undead by being able to leave by nature of the prophecy, but only once you actually fulfill it would you be known as the chosen undead. Up until then, it's just kind of like you're hopeful, even though you've proven yourself. And wow, I need to actually sit here. So it's an interesting idea, because clearly he's seen many undead come and go and attempt and fail. And perhaps he was one himself, because he even mentions, oh, the prophecy, right, Bell of Awakening. Well, there's actually 2 of them. And that's insider knowledge. That's not something that just someone who sits around Firelink Shrine would know. I have a feeling he attempted and most likely failed at doing both of these bells, because he somehow knows, and he understands the prophecy, where we came from, and why we came. And also interesting they said the Undead Asylum, yet it specified that's the Undead Asylum to the north. There may be multiple Undead Asylums, or it just may be the Northern Undead Asylum, that's what they call it, because names are fun, right? He's got more to say, though. Let's see.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. I don't know. Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
Now, I'm not sure if he's being a smartass when he talks about us being practically hollow. I mean, he's not. But, because we clearly look like that. But later on when we meet another character, that being Solaire, he's like, oh, you don't look hollow at all, despite the fact we are literally a walking stick of pepperjack. But, interesting that he says that. And of course, yes, it's true, you can get humanity from being summoned and invasion, but he also tells us, hey, you can go around killing NPCs and get humanity from them as well. But not that he'd ever do it, which leads me to believe that he may be a former Dark Wraith. I know no one has ever, said that, but you could say, oh, well, Lautrec kills people. Yeah, but I don't know, something about this, in 3, this guy was a deserter of Farron's Undead Legion, the Abyss Watchers, those who defended the world against the darkness of the Abyss. So wouldn't it be interesting if, in this first game, he was a former Dark Wraith? He always is a deserter or an abandoner, someone running away and having given up. He's not wearing the armor of a Dark Wraith, he's just wearing chainmail. But Dark Wraiths are all about feeding on humanity. And he says it like he knows it, but he's like, not that I'd ever do it. It's a very smug and very coy statement, which leads me to believe he knows more than he lets on. He clearly does. And what's interesting is that he's not hollow, yet he's given up, which kind of does mean once you've given up, you should go hollow. Now, of course, we do know what happens to him later on, but for right now, he's still human, which possibly if he was a former Dark Wraith, he had the ability to stockpile humanity, and the only reason he's still human is all of the humanity stockpiled from his slaying days.
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
I do love that line as well, because he realizes his suggestion meant that, hey, maybe I should try and kill you, because you got nothing to offer me. But then he kind of turns and threatens us, which, fair enough.
What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the Undead Church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the Undead Burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the Undead Burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
And again, he clearly has knowledge of these things. Now, perhaps he's never been to Blight Town, because he's said he wouldn't want to go there, but he definitely clearly said he would die again, which means he's died before. But in Lordran, that really doesn't mean anything, because of the arrival of the Dark Sign, people can die and die repeatedly, and that's what happens. And clearly, many have come before, many have had many questions, because he says, oh, another inquisitive soul. Saying that, yeah, so every undead that's probably come through here has probably been pretty curious. And he's seen his fair share of things, but yet again has given up and died before.
Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
And I believe that is the end of his dialogue cycle. Let's see here.
What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
Yeah, so that's all he's got to say, but we'll try one more time.
What now? I'm not up for chatting.
Yeah, so that's all he's got for us. So, pressing on from there, there is another NPC to meet here, as well as some important items to pick up. And instead of going the way we should, we're going to try and break the game sequence a little bit and take a trip elsewhere. But there's some goodies to pick up around here. For the meantime, yeah, I was going to say I'm going to take my armor off for a moment so I can do some of the platforming, but we'll worry about that later. So, over here, we have, again, the remains of a wonderfully large-looking cathedral kind of area with the crow who took us here. Now, whether or not that crow represents Velka, I don't know. It's really up to interpretation. Velka being the goddess of sin. I'm unsure. But if that's the case, and it could be likely, since the gods would want the prophecy of the undead to be fulfilled, which is something we'll discuss as we progress. Something I think is cool here is the fact that there's a chest here. Now, I've never had to use this, but this chest will be here and will actually have something in it should you drop a important game item, like somehow drop the dark sign or something. That really makes no sense if you're able to do that, but obviously it's something you need, so if that happens, you can find it in the chest. Or like the Lord Vessel or something. It shouldn't be possible, but the game tries to prepare for that eventuality in case it happens, which I think is fair. Because, honestly, anything can happen in a game. And, oh god, this soundtrack is great because it makes me feel all warm and comfy from my starting days playing this. And also the incorporation of it into Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3's Firelink Shrine is wonderful. See, over here I believe we've got something. Yep. Fire bombs. These are going to be useful where we're going, because we're not going to the Undead Burg. Not yet, anyway. We will, but it's not going to be in the normal way. We're going to make a few trips elsewhere first. Let's see anything over here? No. But now we have an interesting little shithead. Petrus of Thurland.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Wow, thanks, asshole.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you? Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
So, what I think is interesting, let's talk some more first, and then we'll actually talk.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith. Very well. I can surely tell you, of all people, undead clerics are given a mission to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires with humanity. Through kindling, we shall one day be granted magnificent powers. Very well. Undead clerics.
Yeah, he already had his say there.
Come again.
So, oh, yeah, I think you already... I skipped something.
I will
It's
teach
bothering
you
me.
miracles.
You gotta have him say it.
Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
So, what I always thought was funny about this guy is that he treats you like a child, almost. I was almost insulted by this fucker when I first ran into him. Because he's like... I prefer to keep our distance. And then you're like, aw, and he's like, oh, have this. And he, like, gives you a coin. You're supposed to be, like, prancing around like a child, like, yay, we got a coin, yay. And then, like, you talk to him again and bug him, and he's like, oh, how about this? It's like he's going to pull out, like, a candy bar or something to just shut you up because you're a petulant child. He always talks down to you, and always pissed me off. I always knew he was an asshole. Yes, he's a cleric, which I always found interesting, that clerics who are supposedly good people use such a brutal weapon like that Morning Star. Now, yeah, Petrus is a pile of shit. We're going to find out later. But clearly, he's human, doesn't show any sign of hollowing, and is supposedly some good, but yet the milady being the... what did he refer to her as?
Very well. Undead kindling through kindling.
I don't know. The
Come
undead
again.
cleric, she's coming here with his companions to seek the art of kindling. Now, I don't know if I'm going to fuck this quest up by doing what I'm going to be doing, or trying, at least, so I hope not, and if it does happen, oh well. But, you find out a lot more about this when you go into the Catacombs, and that's kind of where we're going, but, you know, we gotta Legend of Zelda it up a little bit. I always loved the amount of pots here, it just felt, like, so cathartic. Like, fuck everything. Fuck them all. But I always found him very interesting. It's a shame he never made a return, because his shitty presentation always was something I enjoyed, because he came off so condescending, and you always hated him, even before you knew what a loser he was. So up here we got a little something, and yeah, I'm gonna try that jump. Ah, fuck. That was bad. Oh no, I have trapped myself. There we go. Nothing a little roll can't solve. Alright. That's what I'm saying for all the... Why do I not take those off? If anything, that should be the first thing I take off. Oh, look at that. Beautiful waifu body. We gotta get a little something over here. I believe that's how I get it. Fuck, dude. God, I can't remember how shitty jumping in this game was. My god. You had to do it with the jump key. You couldn't do it by pressing the button in. Ugh. Ugh. Ass! Great. Now this is really fun. I don't even know if there's anything up there. I can hardly remember. Dark Souls 3 had so much better in terms of platforming. I mean, it still sucked, don't get me wrong. But at the very least, you know, you had a little more mobility. I believe we can get to stuff up here. I believe. I think I'm wrong, though. You know what? I don't think I ever noticed that corpse up there. Interesting. I know that obviously there is the way to get up there by going on the elevator, and I think that's how you get to that corpse. But I think it's just kind of like a cool kids club thing to be up here, which we are naturally a part of. So, but until then, let's take a peek down here and see what we have. Why, it's a little stash of stuff. Interesting. I wonder whose this could be. A homeward bone. That's going to be essential, because even though I don't make much use of them, now and then there are important moments. I always felt like they were the lazy man's way out, but now here's something interesting. A Morning Star and Talisman. Both are the equipment of a cleric, and it just so happens that Petrus would happen to have those, and he's right there. Now that's all well and good until we see a cracked red-eye orb, which is used for invading, killing, and pillaging other players. Which makes me wonder what Petrus has actually been up to. The very naughty dog. And we have one more thing here. A Lloyd's Talisman. Again, something that she would expect a cleric to have. Now, I'm not sure if I'm actually ready to attempt my little suicide run, which involves going through the cemetery. I'm definitely not, because I'm going to want to heal first. Now, I do have to evaluate here. Are the skeletons and their deaths fixed yet? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God, I forgot how bad this was. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, boy. Oh, fuck. Shit. Come on, man. Don't do this to me, huh? Don't fucking do this. Oh, looks like he's gonna bail, actually. But let's just keep chugging at him, eh? I forgot how hard these early game skellies were, actually. But they're brutal. Ah! Yep. Dark Souls 2, you start so much more powerful. No, and 3, actually. That's what I meant to say. But it's no matter. Souls are right here anyways. Now, I'm curious how much we can level up. Alright, actually, that really makes me happy. Because now, once we get what I want to get, once we're down in the Catacombs, we can wield it. Which is flippin' sweet. No, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. What kind of a fucking word is initialize? I mean, I get it. It's like a very literal translation of fucking, you know, setting things back to default. Now down here we have the Firekeeper, who is the lore of what Firekeepers are is greatly more explored in 3 and 2, especially 2. But for right now, we know she cannot speak. And actually, before I attempt my suicide run down into the Catacombs, there is a little something I want to get in New Londo. Now, if you know well enough, New Londo is not a place we should be going right now. It's very lore interesting, of course. But no, we're not going there to fight the 4 kings. I've seen people do it. We're not that good. We're coming down here, go grocery shopping for one little thing. And once we have that thing, we are getting the fuck out of here. This will help us. And obviously there are some dreglings around here that will make our time down here a little more fun. Because free souls, right? Where the fuck was the backstabbing mechanic? I could swear it was in this fucking game. Like, what the shit happened? He looks like he's having a great time. That's really actually kind of funny. I never noticed that. Well, he was. Right. Kind of pissed that I can't backstab like I used to. That's kind of like my life. I'll be right there, fam. Oh, I thought I aggroed the guy up here. Alright, fam, coming back. Hold on.
Hmm? Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky of Vinheim. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it? Hmm? What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
So, interesting, you can unlock a smith this early on. He's not all that amazing, but he can do stuff for you. I imagine you can enchant it with magic and stuff, too. I never really used him. I actually forgot he was here. But that makes it really useful, because then I don't have to worry about going to Vamos in the Catacombs, because that's a whole nother level of nightmare down there. And I can go right here, so I can power up my weapon before we even go through the Undead Burg, which is fantastic.
Come back soon. Smithing helps soothe my nerves. Don't let me wither away out of idleness.
And he says that almost humorously, but that seems to be what happens to undead, is that, you know, if they're idle or have no purpose or will, they go away. And he says he couldn't bear the thought of going hollow out here, meaning he would just, you know, he knows he would go crazy and kill people. What's interesting is that his cell seems to have no way of getting in or out, so perhaps it's a self-imposed prison.
Oh then. What weapons have you brought? Go on, show me.
Well, besides harsh language, not much of anything right now.
What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed, undead. But what's there really to moan about?
Well, I mean, he's got a point.
What is it? There's nothing to... We're both...
Yeah. I mean, there's the ghosts, there's, you know,
Don't let me...
demons and all sorts of shit, but hey, you know, it could be a lot worse, right? Yeah, life's cushy down here. Yeah, where the fuck are my backstabs, man? I don't get it. I could have sworn this game had them. I always thought that was a thing, and Demon Souls it certainly was. Kind of getting a little salty about that, because I live on backstabs. That's my lifeblood. Gonna have to check that out. Because yeah, that should be a backstab, and so should that. Interesting. I'm gonna be really salty if it's like, oh yeah, you can't do backstabs in Dark Souls 1, and I completely forgot that. Though I easily could have. Right now, these are just nice, easy, free souls. And this is, of course, a beginner's trap in here. This is a really bad beginner's trap. Which is why we're going to make very short work of it. Because the less time we spend down here, the better. This is not a early game area. This is a late game area. This is like one of the last areas you go to. But we, like I said, we have some grocery shopping to do. And I don't believe I've aggroed them yet, so I'm going to take the chance. Actually, I do have the Undead Bone Shard, the Homeward Bone. So I'm going to be nice and hasty about things and get what I need and get out. Hopefully, I can forego... Oh dear, I didn't realize how narrow this was. Alright, yeah, we're gonna need to get out of here. Get me out of here! That didn't go well. That did not go well. I'm getting those souls back, though. Fuck you guys. I got gang raped by ghosts. Where was Ghostbusters when you need them? Ah, shit. This game's a little prickier than I remember. The Souls games definitely got easier as they went along. Perhaps through refinement of mechanics. However, I did get what I wanted. And we're going to give it over here. So, that's a great start. We've already got an Estus Flask +1 and we haven't done anything. How about that? That's a great way to start. But I want those souls back because that's not a small amount in early game. And I feel like I got royally screwed because I was about to use it and they were like, nope, and they just kind of hacked away at me. Fucking assholes. But don't try and fight those ghosts, whatever you do, unless you're using a transient curse, which is something we'll worry about later. And that, again, that's when we come back here late game. I literally have the intention of just stopping down here, saying hi, getting that soul, and then leaving. That almost worked. I almost got out of there in nick of time, feeling like a real badass, but didn't quite work out as well as I had planned. Let's try it again. Yeah, I'll get you guys when I come back around. Right now, I just gotta make sure I get what I'm after. I wonder how far they dropped. Oh god, I almost shit myself. That was bad. I wonder how far they dropped from where I got killed, because sometimes they're in a little bit more of a convenient location, sometimes they're just like, fuck you, and they're miles away. Or they're in a really bad location. Oh, no, they are right fucking there. Great. So we're really going to have to put the pedal to the metal if we want to get them and get out again. Hopefully if I, spend a little less time dilly-dallying, things will play out better. Now, I know they are right there, and... oh, shit! Okay, okay, okay. Get out of here. Let's get out of here. Get out of here. Shit. Shit. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. Ah! Oh, boy. This is not boding well for the rest of my playthrough, and everyone else is just like, he said he was good at Dark Souls. What the fuck is this? I never said I was the best. Okay, it's been a while since I played Dark Souls 1. Give me a break. And they just need to let me complete my animation, and I'll be on my way, damn it. Oh, boy. I don't want to hang around there any longer than I need to, trust me. And I'll take some armor off and we'll be nice and fast. Good. Where's the elevator? Come on. It's been the first time I've done a Let's Play in a while that I've actually enjoyed. I lost the enjoyment of them for a while. Let's see here. Alright. Let's do this. Hopefully, maybe the souls are a little closer this time because I didn't die right there. Let's see. You line up straight behind the enemy and be close to them. I guess you can do backstabs like normal. You just gotta be like really specific, which kind of sucks. Because I love backstabs. Maybe these guys just can't do it because they're, you know, shitty enemies. Alright, I thought I was done for a moment there when I came down here last time, because there's a really narrow platform that, like, you gotta go on. You gotta keep it straight up while those ghosts are getting in your way. Once again, shitty location. I don't know if I'm even gonna have any hope of getting them back at this rate and, like, making it out alive. Oh, don't you dare. I guess I just gotta, like, fucking do this section like a badass. Alright. Let's get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, shit. Ah! Fucker! Miserable. Fuck. I'm able to get them back. That's the good part. The shitty part. I should be killing all those fucking dreglings. I would be on my way down. I would be able to, like, actually up it to a decent count, because every time I would die, the amount would increase, and I wouldn't feel as shitty if I lost them. Ah, I just gotta be faster. God damn it. That's hurtful. That is hurtful. Dark Souls 3 was so much easier. It was so much kinder, too. I feel like it was kinder, but also it was, like, easier to play as far as, like, the movement and combat went. This feels a lot more restrictive, like Demon Souls. And then the combat evolved when they tried out something fast and super aggressive like Bloodborne. Alright. I would totally have this down if it wasn't for the fact that when you go through there you gotta cross a really narrow beam. You can hardly see it, but it's there and it's really gnarly. You would only know if you'd played through the area before, because you would have emptied the water. Oh, fuck! Yeah, no. No. You can go and sit there and sunbathe for all I care. Or, obviously, if you were observant when you're coming through here. But to be honest, it's kind of hard to be observant through here, because chances are at that point you're going to be running from the ghosts. You're going to be like, oh, fuck! And you're not even going to know what the hell to do with yourself. People could say, oh, that's not that many souls. You should know. I spent time getting those souls. And god fucking damn it, mister. I'm going to go and get them. Love hitting that guy out of there. Alright. Really want to stand on air. I just want to go and get him. We're going to make it happen now. It'd be so much nicer if they were, like, on the other end of the bridge. Maybe if I Benny Hill them. No, usually it's just those 3 ghosts on the bridge that end up fucking griefing me. As expected. Alright, let's do this. Try and get through there while they're still rising up. Get those souls and get out of there. Oh, I got this one. Yeah! All for a measly, paltry amount of souls. Fuck you, I'm proud of myself. Alright. Now, I'm also going to swing up here and grab a few extra from these undead here. We're not going to go into the Burg, though. I'm not going to... I'll step into the tunnel. I'll kill the rat, just because. More souls. But no Undead Burg. Not yet. We're not going to set foot in that place. Not quite yet. However. Ah, there we go. That's better. That's the life I'm talking about. Backstabs our bae, I swear to God. This fucking guy with his fucking fire bombs like a tool. They're the best way to get through things in this game early on. See ya. Oh, hello. Even this game had a lot of ambushes. Dark Souls 3 got ridiculous with its ambushes, I have to say. But even here I see how new players could easily be duped into things. Gotta deal with this guy. Like, if you fuck that up, you know, he's like raining fire on you and shit. Alright. No, I know that's a really shitty jump, and to be honest, it's not worth it quite yet until the merchant is over there. So we'll worry about that later. But then again, we've really got nothing to lose right now, so... why the fuck not, right? Oh, God. Oh. I fucking hate jumping in this game. It was so much better in Dark Souls 3. Why? Well, I mean, I know why, but I feel like a putz. Well, at least my souls are right there. Can't deny that. That's nice. Oh, I sense a gangbang. That was an attempt. Cracked round shield. We're gonna... I believe I'm gonna want to grab the Caduceus shield in the graveyard, because that shield is going to help us where we're going, because we're gonna face someone a little earlier than we ought to. And, I might be putting my reputation on the line by doing so, considering how much shit I talk about this guy. If you've played Dark Souls before, you know who I'm talking about. Oh, I was about to say, is there a secret area here I never knew about? If you played Dark Souls before, you know who I'm talking about. And if not, and you're just here for the ride, well, you'll see when we get there. Alright, I'm gonna take my armor off for this one, just because... I'm a lame loser, and every little bit helps. There it is! Alright, every time I do that, it makes my, like, balls go into my throat. God, this area is so bad. You gotta be so precise. And I hate that the fucking merchant goes over here. It's like, to go and see him, you have to, like, literally put your life on the line. And yeah, the ring isn't even worth it, but it would piss me off if I didn't go over here, so I kinda had to. And let's see the other side, because, hey, why not? Also love here that you can see that this is where you're headed, into the Undead Burg, and it builds itself up to you. You can even see somewhere where you're going to be, even though it's a prefab distance model and not the detailed up-close one. They took the time to do that, which I think is really neat. Alright, let's try and, hey! Alright! Amazing. Alright, let me take a look here, where it's the, Alright, the heater shield is definitely still our best bet in this case. Yep. Now we get to go into everyone's favorite place, that being the cemetery, and begin our attempted suicide run, I guess. Because this is going to get pretty hairy pretty fast. I'm doing it in a little less effective way than some players would suggest you do, but oh well. First we're going to grab this, which is going to be convenient for later. And we're also going to go and grab this, which will also be useful. Obviously, you really don't want to stop when you're going through here. I think I'm making some terrible mistakes right now because I don't think what I want is over here. Yeah, no, that's not it. And I don't even think if what I want is gonna be all that helpful. And no, we're not going here to get the Zweihander, but we're gonna pick it up anyways, I guess. Oh shit. Isn't that where we get it? I don't know. And that's enough for me. Let's heal. Because our mission is not done yet. Oh god. Oh shit. Oh, talk about fucked. That's us right now. That's what I wanted to get. Oh shit. Oh fuck. I don't even care. That was to be expected at that rate. I mean, why wouldn't it be? It's the cemetery. It's the graveyard. You're not meant to be there yet. But we take our chances. We live dangerously. The only thing is I didn't get this Zweihander yet, and that makes me unhappy. I know it's over there. I can't remember where. But let me check those shield stats to see if it was even actually worth my time. It's got slightly better magic and lightning, but no, it wasn't worth it. Let's get those souls back. Because what's a man without his souls? And I know there's something more I missed because there was this Zweihander. I can't remember where it was though. Oh, it's right. It's right here. What the fuck am I thinking? Jesus. All right. I'm gonna go back to the bonfire. Hopefully. Hey, I'll see you later. Oh, I got a fucking attack of opportunity on me there too, because it was at the end of my roll. Fuck. Well, someone offed himself, and you can stay that way. Nope, nope, nope. No, 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 no. Alright. Cool. So now we're going to attempt a suicidal run into the catacombs. There is a goal in mind. Don't worry, it's not like I'm going to go into the catacombs and see how long I can last. Now, I would like to get the covetous silver serpent ring down there, but that requires you to go into the Tomb of Giants, and I already am risking a lot going down there. To the extent that I am, I don't want to go any further because it's bad. All right, so that's gonna have to wait. As for now, though, we're gonna try and rush it, just fucking bum rush to the next bonfire, so we can gain a foothold in the catacombs. And that's going to involve taking out a nasty enemy that's normally there that we might have a hard time with, given the fact that we're going to be stalked by all sorts of nasties. Alright, well that was useful. Alright, shit. Alright, yeah, this is gonna get ugly real fucking quick, I'll tell you that. Oh, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Alright, this guy. He's trouble of the highest degree. And we need to take him out. Thankfully, we'll manage to. And he provides us with an absolutely essential item. Not anymore, I guess. Alright. So, Really happy that we got this far. Next thing we're gonna need to do is do this. And that'll flip a bridge for us. Also, all the bugs here. Oh man, this place. Alright, let's go and take that out of our inventory to avoid clutter. Now, we do need to go human for something, but I don't want to waste humanity just yet for what we need it for. Because this is the part where I'm probably going to make a fool of myself and have quite a bit of death happen to me. See, what did I tell you? Fuck me, dude. But hey, at the very least, we got a foothold in the catacombs here. And that's an important thing. I'm actually going to throw on one piece of equipment. I can still fast roll in it, and that's important. And that'll provide me some protection. Now this area, like I said, it's going to be bad. You've seen people on YouTube like pull all this shit off so well. Well, I'm not one of those people. I am quite the opposite, actually. I'm pretty shitty. But we're gonna try our best to manage well with this. We're gonna definitely fuck it all up, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna try. Shit! Trapped! Ah! Now the one thing here that you are trading off for spawning closer to where we're going is that's not a kindled bonfire. And I don't want to waste a kindling on it because, well, to be honest, it's not worth it. And as such, you only get 5 Estus flasks from starting, which is kind of bad news for us, because that then means that we have less and less of a chance to pull this area off successfully every time we come through here, because we have less and less healing ability. So you really just gotta, like, grit your teeth and deal with it. Which is what we're gonna have to do here. I'm gonna heal because it's an absolute necessity right now. I'm kind of amazed I got this far. I don't even think I'm actually going the right way, to be honest with you. No, I'm definitely not. That's definitely not the right way to go. Shit. I know where I want to go is right close to where I am. I want to get... fuck. Trying to figure this out is a nightmare. It scares me. Because of all the spookers. Let me heal. Oh god, thank you. Oh, fuck. Damn it! Well, our chances are now almost sliced in half to get through here properly. But we're gonna keep trying. And yes, I'm bum rushing this place for a reason. And that reason being is because I don't want to go through here and have to fight these guys because, oh, I don't know, I can't. I'm very inferior to them. And I could not pull it off if I had to fight them properly. So there's always that. There's always the fact that I made a lucky move right there and didn't get dead. Okay, that's not the way we want to go at all. Heck. Okay, yep, this is the way. This is the way. Ow. Oh dear. Bad news bears. Alright, let's pull the lever because we're invulnerable when switching. And that helps. Oh god, that helps. Alright, let's grab this item because we're show-offs. Fuck. Alright, now, I'm not sure if it works like this in Dark Souls 1, but in Dark Souls 3, if you equipped a Ring of Sacrifice when you died, you wouldn't lose, you'd get another chance at getting your souls back. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I want those back. Big time. So, we're gonna try again. And we're gonna try not to fuck it all up. We just need to book it big time through here. And, well, I mean, shit. That's kind of a lot. For early game, at least. But I kind of came into this expecting that I would be dying quite a bit. And we'll honestly make those back with what we're gonna be doing. I shouldn't have been a fucking show-off. Because we were really close, but honestly, I feel like my chances of making it back alive through there were slim to none, honestly. Oh god, this is getting poor! Jesus! There's people who can do this shit in one go, it's insane! I don't know if you've ever seen that. But these people are ridiculous. And they're able to do it like without a shield and anything, they're just rolling around like a bunch of pros. Like, how? Yeah, there's no point. Some of these moments I don't feel like I'm actually being hit, and I feel like it's kind of fucking cheap. The hit detection needs work. Alright, that was a smooth run through there. Except for that, and that. But beyond those things, not bad. We're doing alright. Keep an eye open for that archer. And we are actually really close. Of course, right? Of course. All I just want to do is throw myself to my doom. You gotta at least give me credit for that. We're gonna get it this time. And then when we come back here, we're just gonna, like, violate the shit out of everything and everyone on our way through here. But that's not gonna be for a while, so don't worry about that. That's not until, like, endgame kind of shit. Fucker! You little bitch! I was feeling all confident and shit, and you just kind of shat on my sandwich. Actually, I feel like I could do things a lot easier if let me take a look here. I feel like I could sustain that damage if I gave this a try. I'm gonna throw myself off of a ledge here. Actually, no, that's not gonna work at all, what I'm looking at. Never mind, I cancel those plans for this evening. Oh god, you heal so slow in this game. Move! Fuck! You could at least do it while moving in 3, if I recall correctly. Alright. Now... excuse me! Fuck you! Ah, fucking sweet, dude. Fucking sweet. This is where I wanted to be. Hello, my baby! Alright. And now it doesn't matter if we die. This part's the experiment. Let's see here. I believe this is where we can... Nope. Oh, did they patch that? Can you not go down there safely now? Interesting. Because there should be a way where you can drop down and be safe. But however, let's go and show it off, shall we? This is our darling. It will serve us well through many encounters. Literally through the entire game, I'm not shitting you. This will be basically our best friend. Alright, now let me, yeah, I'm talking like you guys are gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm kind of like talking to the game halfway, like, please let me do these things and not get horribly destroyed in the process. That's kind of what I'm doing. That's the motive, if you will. Okay, balls. Actually, I think I'm kind of in a... Well, shit. I'm gonna say I'm in a bit of a safe zone here, but no. I'm really not. I should have expected that. And I did. I was just kind of taking things in. The surrounding atmosphere. Alright, so let's try that shortcut again, because I tried it from a really foolish place, and I don't even know if I can actually make it, but I'm going to try. And if it works, we're going to go back to the bonfire and get some help. Because we desperately need... God damn it! But again, I'm not even trying to kill these guys, because they are... we'd have no chance. It would be a waste. It would be a waste to try and kill them, because they're just too strong for us right now. But that's why we're kind of oozing around them. I want to try and get this shortcut. Again, it amazes me how easy some of the players make that shit look. So, and maybe we can too, huh? Well, I mean, that that was the spirit of the shortcut, but I don't think we nailed it quite right. Nah, we did that really badly. But the idea is you sort of climb up there and reverse off and sort of do this like 180 kind of thing and land there, and you shouldn't get hurt too badly. And you're able to heal up and continue and go on down to... Thanks. Actually, we probably... Nah, I don't think so. I'm trying to look if I could drop off there, but I don't think it's possible. Yeah, this is frustrating for you as it is for me, but this is also part of, you know, getting a little overpowered early. Because while things... yeah, I don't fucking care. Because while things are seeming ridiculous right now and that I'm sucking, once we go back to the actual game as it was intended to be sequentially played, we're going to have a lot easier time with things. Alright, well that's our shortcut, part 1. Now we're safe for a moment. Alright. And another moment, but not long. So we can take a breather here, but things will not last. We're going to equip our armor, and if you played the game before, you know exactly where we're headed. Now, I wouldn't recommend making that fall in that armor, but honestly, like, all the way these guys are going to get aggroed here, you're not going to have time to put it on to where we're headed. Now, I'm going to try this. It's probably not going to go well. The fuck are you doing, dude? Bone wheels. Every time. Kind of made him look like an idiot, though, and it makes me proud. So, yeah, if you know where we're going, then wish me luck, because I've never actually tried this. And if you don't, this is actually supposed to be a late-game boss. His name is Pinwheel. And he is the easiest boss in the entire series. He is the consistency of wet newspaper. However, I am extremely low level, and I'm prone to dying against him, because you're meant to encounter him far later on. If I fail, I'm going to bring help with Paladin Leroy. But we're going to see how it goes, and if we kill him, we're going to get a nice amount of souls very early on. And we'll talk his lore after his fight. Alright, so we need to hit the road and try and take care of him as soon as possible. Oh, that was poor. That was one of the worst things I've ever fucking seen in my life. Oh my god. And that was all my fault, too. I didn't land a hit on him. What the fuck, Kenshin? See, that's why I prepared you for that, though. I was preparing you for the fact that I would get annihilated. And I did. So, hey. You weren't disappointed. Because you knew it was coming, I hope. You knew to expect my inevitable death. Shit. Oh, that's not gonna end well. So that's the problem with wanting to summon from there. Because if I don't make that, you know, it was a waste of a humanity. And there's people who could make it, you know, reliably every time. And I am not among those people. But I mean, hey, at the very least, I can now, you know, add that to my resume that I died against Pinwheel. I guess that's something. Fucking embarrassing, I know. That's gonna work, actually. Oh, you cocksucker. You fucking cocksucker. It's like died against Pinwheel. Is that why you believe you should have this job, sir? Yes, I died against Pinwheel. I don't count that, though, because we're not supposed to be facing him. Oh, man. Where'd that come from? We're not supposed to be facing him yet, so I'm willing to let myself off the hook for it. I'm not going to hold it against me. Thanks, me. That's going to be alright. Alright, now that we have a moment to breathe... Not really, actually. No, we don't. Shit. Alright. And the tiny bit more, we need to book it. Because bone wheels are the worst thing to ever exist in Dark Souls. Hands down. Worse than Ornstein and Smo, worse than anything. Alright, we're actually gonna just try and wear the chest piece. Because the water slowed us down big time when we looked like fools. So let's try that again. Pinwheel wakes up, he's angry, as expected. Alright, let's try and, oh god, he's way worse than I expected now. I was thinking I'd be able to crush him even at low level, but no, this is actually, not very good at all. I don't have the ability to deal with him yet. Oh, fuck. Alright. But we're going to, because I said we would. And I'm not going back on that. We have enough humanity in order to be able to keep trying this. Enough times, I suppose. Because honestly, I don't use much humanity. I don't go human very often. So we should be alright. Oh, look at that. We're sexy as hell. So we should be alright, if we fuck up the jump a few times. Because I don't mind losing humanity in this case, because I'd rather lose some humanity and get a whole shit ton of souls early on than, you know. Alright. See, we're gonna fuck that up bad! Oh, fuck! Damn. That death sound. Alright. Let's take another shot at it. Oh, you're wasting humanity. Shut up. I don't use it very often. We'll worry about it later. The amount of souls we get off this is gonna make it worth it, I promise. Because our friend is really gonna fuck Pinwheel up. I hope. God, I hope. we're using an NPC summon, of course. That's if we can get down there in one piece this time. Which is hoped for, but not assured. Alright, nice. Fantastic. Make sure he gets activated. Come on. There it is. He's going to be a big help against Pinwheel. Alright, now we're going to drop down one more. And then book it and get to the other side of that fog gate and have him join us. Ideally. Sweet. Alright. Let's equip up. Now, because he's probably going to be distracting him and taking a brunt of the damage, I don't mind being fully armored and everything and being a little slower, because he's going to fucking crush this guy. I hope. Jesus, I hope. Alright, we've seen the intro. Yeah. Alright. Do your thing. Oh, God. He's cloning himself again. You're dealing with the clone and leaving me to deal with the real thing. Thanks. I mean, I suppose that's better than nothing, because that makes my life a little easier, because I only have to deal with one thing. But, dude, come on. Like, help a guy out, huh? There we go. Oh, that was a clone. Shit. You're a clone too, aren't you? Yep. You're probably the real one. Shit! Yeah, you are. No, you're not. I don't even know at this rate. This is the longest I've ever actually seen Pinwheel, so... Because usually his fight's over in a jiffy. And you never actually get to see what he does. So, it makes it nice, because I get to hear his music, I get to see him do his thing, and fucking fuck around a little bit. Come on, Leroy. Whoa, holy shit! Crushed! Awesome. Worth it. Look at all those fucking souls. I'm about that life. And what do we pick up? What mask did we get? Mask of the Child. Not bad. We're not giant, Dad, but I'll take it. It's actually pretty useful early on. Even though it doesn't have as good of these things, what it does do is raise your stamina recovery. So, for right now, that's pretty useful, actually. It's not as good in terms of numbers. Not nearly as good. But it raises our stamina recovery. Overall, it's still not a bad piece. And I don't believe we get a bonfire here. Maybe? I can't remember. But I do know that we climb out right over here. So there's Pinwheel defeated before we do anything else. That's really useful. And we have the Rite of Kindling as well. This is the Tomb of Giants, also known as Nopeville. Not a place we want to go anytime soon. I want nothing at all to do with this place. Nothing. Shortcut ahead, they say. I actually can't remember what's over here, come to think of it. Is it actually a shortcut? Oh no, it takes us right into the fucking tomb, doesn't it? trying to go through here without the lamp is fucking suicide. I don't know why I'm doing it. I literally just said I didn't want to fucking go here. Oh, actually. Alright. So that drops us right here. Now, I can't remember. Isn't there a bonfire that spawns right there? Let me think about that. As far as I remember, there was one that showed up right there. Alright, I believe there's one in the Tomb of Giants. I really don't want to go there, but there's just this part of me that wants to, like, be like, hey, I got a fucking bonfire in the Tomb of Giants, and I haven't even started the actual game. So, we need to be very careful. And if it's too far in, I'm not doing it. Fuck. See, that's what I mean. Because I don't have the, yeah, the useful fucking lantern. Okay, yeah, that's a no-no square. This is what I fucking get for trying to go through these things early. Actually, you know what? No. Because you gotta, like, do all the sliding and shit. And after that, I wouldn't be able to get back to where I want to go. Because I actually just remembered where it was. And I'm not about that life. So, we're gonna homeward bone back to our last bonfire. Because there's no hope of us trying to get back normally. So, because we jumped down here and we kind of cheated. But, yeah, just wanted to show that it is indeed possible to get to the Tomb of Giants, aka the worst fucking place in Dark Souls 1, except for Blighttown, early, and kill Pinwheel, early, and even get the Great Scythe, the game's greatest weapon, early. Now let's go and do something about all that. I feel kind of proud of myself for doing that. I've seen all these other people do it, and now I actually did it. Alright, now we just got to get ourselves out of here. Which may be easier said than done. Since, yeah, it involves going through the graveyard again. And we barely made it through last time, we got really lucky. So hey, let's hope, huh? If I lose these souls that I got, I'm gonna be so mega pissed. Oh, shit. Keep going. Gotta heal. Oh, man. Oh, good. The closer I am to Firelink with these, the better. Alright, now all we gotta do is complete our suicidal run back through the graveyard and at the shrine. Nice. We got it. We are safe. Well, almost. For all intents and purposes. That was kind of harrowing. I'm kind of amazed that I pulled that off. God damn it, other people make it look so easy. Oh well. Now, I'm debating what I want to do as far as, like, stuff goes. Because we're going down to a dangerous area, and these souls, I do not want to lose them where we're going. I don't foresee any issue, but it's possible. I think we'll be alright. I'm gonna equip a Ring of Sacrifice once we get there, just in case. Because, we're going through a reverse way to a few things, and we're gonna hopefully pick up some nice souls along the way. We're still human. We could... Yeah, I think I'm gonna take on that other boss as well. You'll see once we're there. It's all risky stuff, but hey, isn't that what this game's made of? Alright, I'm gonna swap out my equipment a little bit. Great. Look like a fucking loser. But we can fast roll. Now we can med roll. It ain't fat rolling, I'll take that. So, now this sequence is only doable if you have the Master Key. So, for other new players, if you're watching, you could really attempt to do everything I just did, but you'd find it pretty difficult. But you could do it. Maybe better than I did, even. I wouldn't be surprised. But this sequence that you're going to see here is only doable if you have the Master Key, which honestly is the best starting gift, so I recommend you get that shit. Mother fluffin' Reaper! Just kidding, motherfucking Reaper. We swear in this household. Gotta get used to this thing's moveset again. And I'm two-handing it. It's got a different two-hand and one-hand moveset, obviously. But in the early game, the amount of souls we've got is, like, fucking legendary. Which is pretty cool. And we might double that up, actually. If we've got the stones for it. And I believe we've got the stones. Though we're gonna have to see. Because things could become very shitty very quickly where we're going. So, let's hope. Now I was just killing those guys for some souls. Where we're going is actually this other lift over here. It's not a lift, actually, it's a door. See, this will take us into the Valley of the Drakes, and it's only accessible with the Master Key. So that allows us to get to, not only will this take us to an early entrance into Blighttown, if we so choose, over there, but we are not going there. Oh, hell no. But this will also grant us early access to Darkroot, and in effect, the Undead Parish, and the Undead Burg. That's right, we're going to go through the Undead Burg, but backwards. And that's going to be fun. So that's what I'm saying. I've been wanting to do this for a while since I've seen a few players do stuff similar, but I want to have my fun with it as well because it's a new take on the beginning of the game. Now, tip for players coming through here, something you really, really don't want to do, no matter how enticing you think it may be, do not aggro that dragon. Now, if you really were ballsy, you could take it on at this low level. I am not. Just kind of run by this guy. Don't even, just don't bother. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's really not. Unless, of course, you think you're good enough. There's a certain strategy, but it'll take you a while, and it's kind of risky. I wouldn't do it. Just as well, we're not going over by those drakes either. That's also a bad idea. We're gonna get as close as we have to, and then fucking beat it to shit. Because we gotta go by that one. And that's gonna suck as it is. Thankfully, we're doing alright. Now, if we can just get over here without trouble, which has happened, thankfully. Great. Alright, we're through the Valley of the Drakes safely. That was an area that I knew would be a little bit of pressure. Now we ascend backwards into Darkroot. And there's going to be a Black Knight coming up here. He's pretty easy to cheese if you're careful. So, Hell yeah. What a great start. Now, we could try and run by him. The Black Knights are super aggressive, and they're really bad news early game. So, we're just gonna have to do our best. Oh god. That's a terrible damage stat right there. But I mean, this is also counting as cheesing him, so why not, I guess. Best strategy to take with these guys, no matter when you're fighting them. I don't care if it's Dark Souls 1 or 3, or you're a pro or not. This guy isn't so bad, actually. Remember these guys being a lot worse when I first ran into them. But this is actually fairly easy, comparatively to what I remember, you know? I remember, like, pure hell with these guys. Like, they could destroy you without a moment's notice. And that's kind of why I liked the game at first, because it, you know, it made you feel so absolutely helpless. Like, these guys were not to be fucked with. You could try, but you would not have a good time. But here I am now, you know, basically doing that. I mean, obviously, you get better as you play. And that's what happens here, and I'm kind of proud of that. Because this was like, you know, these guys were pure nightmare fuel for me very early on in my first playthroughs. But here it's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. And hey, if we're lucky, he'll drop the halberd. Now, I don't use it, but it's a fantastic weapon that I would just like to have. It's also one of the best weapons in the game, without a doubt. Let's see what you got. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't care. Plus, those souls, man. We're doing well. Let's see, is that, that's better. That doesn't have 100% physical, which is, something that we need with my kind of play style. So we're gonna go back at the bonfire and heal, because he won't come back. Yeah, it's one of the caveats of Dark Souls. As you know by now, if you've played, most enemies do come back when you rest at a bonfire, as you saw. Though some do not. That includes bosses and important mini-boss style enemies. And we are going to attempt to make it through this area without getting annihilated by the ants, which shouldn't be too hard a challenge. Wasn't there a crystal lizard here on our way up? I think so. What's the running attack for this thing? I want to do a normal attack, that's right. I want to reap him. Crystal lizards are a lot harder to get in Dark Souls 1 versus Dark Souls 2 and 3. Now, we're not going over there. That area is death for us right now. There's a Hydra and Havel over there, and we're not going to be able to take those guys on. If I was, you know, elite level player, maybe, but I'm not, so I'm not even going to try it. I haven't been here in so long. Not a bad armor set for right now. It's lightweight and effective, but that's not what we're going for. We're going for a different armor set. So, there's that. I got a funny story for you about my first experience going through here, but I believe, yeah, we got that crystal lizard to deal with here. Oh god. You kidding me. That's all the damage I can do on this fucker. At least for right now. Oh well. There we go. Got some early Titanite. But when I first came through here on my first playthrough, I did what you're supposed to. You know, I went through the Undead Burg, went through the Undead Parish, spent a week straight trying to fight the gargoyles. They destroyed me, dude. I'm telling you, it was nasty as hell. I couldn't get it. Keep in mind I was playing with a mouse and keyboard, and I didn't really understand, you know, how some of the more complicated stuff of Dark Souls worked. So I got my ass straight up handed to me, man. Let's see, what kind of a chance do I stand against these guys? Not a very good one. Okay. Yeah, it's not cool. Though it does stun him, and that's helpful. We're doing little lumberjack work here. Oh, that stun is really useful right now, actually, because that allows me time to recover. Yeah, I spent a week straight trying to fight the gargoyles, and of course they drove me crazy to no end because I just could not defeat them worth anything. I would get so close and then just get destroyed. I couldn't do it. It was the worst fucking thing of my life. They frustrated me so bad. And it's going to be fun when we get there and we're able to annihilate them because we're going to be pretty well powered up by the time we get there. But it was the most frustrating thing ever. Then I beat them and I was like, ah, fuck, when I saw I had to fight the Titanite demon down in the basement of the parish. And that sucked. But then I defeated him and was like, alright, you know what, we'll be alright from here. And then I come here and I fought my way through things up to the Moonlight Butterfly. He gave me a little bit of grief, but it was alright. And then I had no idea where to go because I wasn't even going the right way. That's a common new player mistake, is that people think this is where you have to go. It's not, actually. After defeating the gargoyles, you need to go back into the Undead Burg. Going here is after that. This is the way down to Blighttown, theoretically, and to the Four Kings by extension. So, new player trap is coming down here after the gargoyles and thinking this is where you need to go. You don't. And so I was at the point where my choices were either to face Havel, which I did, and I ran through there and found out just led back to the Undead Burg, to try and face the Hydra, or Seif, and I couldn't do either of those, or to go down to Blighttown through the Valley of the Drakes, which was pure fucking rape. I was like, Havel, no. Hydra, no. Seif, no. Valley of the Drakes into Blighttown, I'm not ready for that, no! I couldn't do it. And I just got so frustrated. So I just had to walk away from the game for months until I came back and realized where I had to go in the lower Undead Burg. And the rest was history. But pay a bit of notice here. There's a corpse over there that has a very good item on it. We'll get a little later. But the boss for the area, his arena's right there. And you can actually see the boss plain as fucking day right there. He's just kind of chilling out. He doesn't give a single shit. And the Moonlight Butterfly, yeah, he's like, hey, I'm here, whatever. And you can also see the parish and stuff up there if you look. Now, I'm going to probably... I'm going to have to weigh my options on what I do here. There's another bonfire here, which is going to be useful. I don't want to carry around this many souls, but I want to get that item because it's useful. So I'm going to have to... Yeah, illusory wall right here. Thanks, game. I didn't even make a sound. That's a shame. We're going to definitely want to rest at that because we might run into some grief here. I hope not, but we might. So this is into the rest of the area. That's the Crest of Artorias. We'll talk about that and all the lore behind it a little bit later. But for right now, we're not going to go and grab that item there yet because that's going to trigger an ambush that will always be active, and we're not quite ready for that yet. Alright. So now, we're not going to go over to the Guardians there because they're going to be trouble. If you notice, this tree is moving. And there was also one a little earlier over there where we were moving down in a canyon that we're also going to see. Now these guys, they're sturdy, but they'll go down. They don't try and attack you. They just let you do your thing. Lumberjack it up. And obviously they're only so sturdy because we are so underpowered right now for this area. But don't worry. We're going to do good with all these souls we've got. I hope. Alright, let's see how we fare against these things. It shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, no, we got that. Easy. Now, there is a stone knight here. There's multiple, actually, in a certain area. And it's an ambush that we really do not want to run into just yet. We're not ready for that. We're now down in that chasm that I'm going to show you a little bit later, where you could see the moving tree early on. Now, it's not necessary to remove him, but he's going to be in your way, and you probably should. He's not going to attack you, though. They're not like the angry mushroom people who just are, like, fucking relentless and will ruin your day just because you looked at him funny. Sorry, sir. Alright, now, if I remember correctly, the big nope ambush it's by the water. I think the water is over that way, yeah. So that's something we really don't want to take part in, because 3 salamanders and a stone knight show up, and yeah, I'm not quite ready for that. The salamanders are fine, the stone knight, no. Definitely not. With the tranquil walk of peace and everything they got rolling on there. We're going to have to run into one up here. It's unfortunately inevitable. Is this the way I came? Yeah, it is. I'm a fucking moron. But we can hopefully run by him and get back to the bonfire. There's going to be multiple bonfire runs during this as far as like resetting aggro and stuff. Let's see. Where is the way out of here? I can't fuck. Oh, it's right here. Derp. Yeah, we're not triggering that ambush. So he's going to wake up over here, and we're just going to want to get the fuck out of here. In fact, we're going to need speed, so I'm going to unequip this. So there's going to be... Yeah, that's going to be bad news. Really bad news. So we're going to get that. And fuck it up. Yep. Great. That was fun. The fucking jumping mechanics in this fucking game. Fuck that. Now we got the wolf ring, which is useful for right now when we don't have any other rings. It boosts our poise. That's especially useful when we don't have any armor, because then we could get knocked around big time, or minimal armor. Let's see how these look. This is a little lighter. We'll wear that for now. And can we light roll? Yes, we can. Awesome. I'll take that. Now, all we gotta do is hopefully go back there, and maybe if we're lucky, our souls will be down in the little gulch there. Probably not. That's alright. They're probably gonna be all the way back there, but it's not so bad, because it's just a little small trip. See, this is where he fell and died, but our souls are up on that cliff. So we'll just go and get them. Which isn't so bad at all. Especially because we got this lighter armor now. I wish that I didn't have to do this and waste another humanity. I wish I could have kept it. But, again, humanities are cheap and easy. It's not bad. And the only time we're going to worry about farming them is much later on in Lost Izalith. Actually, we're going back this way. Yeah, fuck that. Because we want to get the shortcut to Lost Izalith for... Ho! How? What are you doing here? Where did you come from? Get out of here. Get out of here. They're pretty slow, though, comparatively, so we should be alright. They just got a nice long aggro range, so they'll be giving us grief, but we'll be fine. Because we got some nice rings going for us. The poise boost is a definite plus. Okay, that's right. I'm trying to remember where we are. Alright. I'm also going to come over here real quick. Because there's... Don't think I didn't hear that. Come on. The game loves its fucking ambushes, I'm telling you. Do a little farming. Because I feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm tilling the fields as I'm doing these things. It's an impressive range, too. I love this weapon. Oh, did he drop some? Cool. It's really nice to come through here, though. I recommend going through here over, like, trying to go through the shortcut entrance to Blighttown, because you're going to get poisoned a lot in Blighttown, and this place allows you to build up your moss clumps in order to deal with that, because it's an unfortunate inevitability of Blighttown. I never actually saw what these guys look like as is. I've only ever seen their heads. So it's kind of cool to get to see the rest of the body. The Partisan. Not my kind of weapon, but I wanted to get it anyways. Alright. Now, right. Suicide Run. Big time here. I believe... Yeah, we can take these guys out too. Just because they're little fucking bastards. And then we can worry about our suicide run through here. I say everything this early on is a suicide run because everything could kill us bad. Alright. This is what we want. This is going to serve us very well in the times to come. Now let's get out of here. You might not have seen what that was, but that was the Elite Knight set. And that's a wonderful piece that will do us really well once we're able to fit into it. Alright. Safety. Sweet. Also, I wanted to rest there. Okay, whatever. It just kind of booted me out of the menu. That was kind of rude. I wonder how much of this set we can put on without going over our equip load and ending up fat rolling. Alright, well that's a med roll. I want to keep it to fast roll. So that's fair. Now, I believe we got some more humanity when we killed Pinwheel. Yeah, we got one more. So we still have 3. So this is going to be essential for this next fight, mainly because, again, we are underleveled, and I'm underskilled. Because though I'm good, I'm not the best in the world. At all. And I'm not I'm not all that great either. So we're going to need help for this early on boss fight. And this is only just for the more souls. I'm kind of doing what Vegeta did in his Everything Possible Before the Gargoyles video. Because I'm going to sort of build everything up to taking on the Gargoyles. We're even going to like reverse go through the Taurus Demon, which is going to be fun. It's kind of like his, but we're not going to face the 4 kings because we're not lunatics. I'm not, at least. You guys may be. And if you are, that's really cool. But, so we're going to sort of save the Gargoyles as the last thing after we've exhausted all of, like, our abilities to get OP and shit before then. Again, right now we're running around really underpowered, like a putz. Okay. Now, speed is essential here. We need to summon, and is he not going to? He woke up and didn't see me. That's great.
Hey, Mike.
Oh, 1 second. What's up?
Nothing.
Home a little late? Okay. He woke up and didn't see us. I'm loving that. So that sort of removes some threat from here, too. But, yeah, he saw now. Beatrice. I was about to say, Beatrice, maybe you should come up here. But nah, she got it covered. She got it covered. Alright, let's see here. Which one has the most magic resistance? Well, none of them do. That's great. Oh, yeah, here we go. I was like, that's attack. What am I saying? So 65, 55, 42. We'll equip the Caduceus shield for this one because that's what the Moonlight Butterfly does. This is an optional fight, so but we're gonna do it anyways because those souls, dude. It's gonna be great, and it's gonna give a nice welcome present to Andre. Also, I love this fucking boss music, dude. What a nice entrance. Clearly there's some related to a Gwendolyn here with its design. Dark Sun Gwendolyn. We'll talk about him later in Orlando, of course. Yeah, Beatrice does not fuck around when it comes to her attack. She's gonna make this boss look like a joke. I'm gonna kind of help. I could have dodged those, but again, we're not gonna need to worry too bad as far as these things go, because Beatrice will literally, like, kill him all on her own. And, yeah, our damage really isn't much in this case. Beatrice, get out of there. What are you doing? Stop that. Again, we are not doing much damage, but don't worry, it's alright. You're thinking, why did he waste all this time if he's just gonna get his ass kicked? There's more to it than that. Ah, you kidding me? Just as the thing dies, too. I still got it, though. How about that? Like I said, I'm rusty, but very rusty. In fact, I'm too used to Dark Souls 3, and this is kind of way different. If you've played Dark Souls 3, you know. This is really not anything like how it feels. This is so much more restrictive. Not as restrictive feeling as Demon Souls, but this is still pretty bad. Dark Souls 3 has a lot more greater feeling of movement. This does not. However, the Moonlight Butterfly has definitely actually been defeated because I got its soul. So, there's always that. Probably the first ever actually successful post-mortem boss defeat I've ever had. Because any other time, the boss was just like, nah, you didn't actually do it, fuck you. And it made me very unhappy. But hey, look at all these souls to start with. Man, oh man, what a bounty. And we're not even going to really need to level up for a little bit. So we're just going to keep chugging. But up here, we have the shop of a former blacksmith, who looks like a friend of ours who we'll later encounter. Now, in the DesignWorks interview, it was asked about if the appearance of this blacksmith has anything to do with anything, because he looks just like the friend we meet later on, who is Andre, and, you know, he's the blacksmith in the basement of the Undead Parish, which he's Bay. And this looks just like him, and naturally he looks like a descendant of Gwyn of sorts. He looks just like Gwyn, in fact. Now, this blacksmith was not meant to mean anything by looking like Andre. We'll talk more about Andre and Gwyn once we get there, but for right now this was just kind of a placeholder, and he was meant to be ashes to indicate he was nothing, no more, nothing, not a zip zilch zero, meant nothing. So we get from him the Watchtower basement key, which will be a shortcut to get to Havel, but we're not doing that, because who wants to do that? We get a Divine Ember and a Homeward Bone. Awesome. Oh, fuck. Well, I'll be damned. That really was... I go into this wanting to look cool, like I know the some of the ins and outs of the game and stuff, which I do. And, you know, show you some cool tactics and tips and tricks on how to get ahead early, if you're willing to challenge yourself a little bit. And then you do shit like that for everyone to see. Isn't that great? But I actually do have to say, like I was saying earlier, I'm actually really enjoying making this Let's Play, because for a while I was really burnt out on them. I didn't really want to make them anymore. It just wasn't fun for me. That, and I was having a hard time with my recording softwares. It was just bad all around. But here we are, back in the business, and I definitely intend on completing this one, because this is a game I've already played, and I can just keep talking about it because there's so much I know about it. Because I've delved into that lore big time. I'm no ENB or Vati Vidya or, you know, any of those other guys, but I try. I'm not Terra Mantis either, but they're all good people you should check out if you like what you see here. After that embarrassment, oh my god. This is full of some real stupidity here. Some real shining heroism, but also some real stupidity. Goodness gracious. But yeah, this is where we were. Down there, actually, you can see when I said, hey, the boss, you can see the boss. Yeah, he was just chilling over there. And when we were down there, see where that's where the ambush took place, where the guy popped out of the ground. This is up here, and that's where the Moonlight Butterfly was chilling. And no, you can't get over there. It makes me and ENB sad. I know you're all like, you're saying the same things he said. Yeah, because he's really covering a lot of ground of things that I would have said anyways. So, shut your pie hole. Alright. Now, I could try and Homeward Bone, but I'm gonna have balls and put my life on the line like a fucking idiot. And hey, it worked alright. And the good part is we really won't have to come back here. Oh, that's nice. What am I doing? That's not an item. That's an Ulasil flower. Shithead. So that all went really well, surprisingly. Part of me wants to, Alright, let's do it. We're gonna make a stop by that nasty ambush point, and take a look to see if there's anything worthwhile there. I think there might be. There's some souls, actually. And those will be essential for us to spend, and get a nice chunk of money very early on. We could really allocate to whatever we want. That includes some item upgrades and some definite stat upgrades, because we need that. Because right now we're pretty weak. Then again, these enemies are not meant to be faced yet. So, but I say, what the hell? There's no chances of me dying between here and there again. Watch this. I'm gonna do that and lose like 30k souls, which is a fortune right now. But hey, let's give it a try. And the goal, moreover, is just going to be to get in and get out. And that's exactly what we're going to do, actually, because we got what we needed. And these guys are going to try and grief us. They're trying to block our access. Now, they're not so bad to kill. You know, you farm them a little bit, and they're done for. It's just that, in numbers, they can provide frustration. Just like any enemy in this game. Because single combat in this game is great, but multiple enemies and it becomes very unfortunate. No, there was an item! No, come back to me! Now, I want to see what our chances are against this guy. Like, how much damage he's going to take from us and stuff. And if he's... Yeah, nope, not worth it. He's doing the Tranquil Walk of Peace, and that means we are leaving now. But hey, bumped us up to 30k souls. Great. Plus we have 2 boss souls in our inventory, and by the time we're actually ready to level up, we're going to have even more. This is kind of like the easy, hard way, because we're also choosing not to level up anything more than just the base requirements to wield this stuff. So that's kind of making things both easier and harder on us, because we're going to have a lot more souls to spend at once, but it's also going to be a nightmare. And like I said, I'm placing that artificial limit of having the gargoyles be that thing that will be sort of, you know, everything we're going to try and do to get up until them. And again, it's not going to be like me going down to Blight Town and facing Quelaag and stuff. No, I'm not doing that. But I did love Vegeta's series on this, and that's kind of what inspired me to do this. To want to go back and play it and put my own spin on things. So, that's why we're doing that. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta re-equip my 100% blocking shield. The Caduceus is better for magic than anything else. But that was useful for when it counted. Let's see, what else? Let's see, that is actually better. What the fuck am I thinking? 100... Yeah, that's right. I always look at attack when I'm looking at shields. I don't know why, because I don't fucking... Who uses a shield as a weapon? Who does that? I'm looking at you, Captain America. Patriotic asshole. I'm doing a little farming, that's fun. Because literally, we are farming souls, and we are farming these tree assholes. Glory. And if you think I'm taking on the Titanite Demon, ha! No. I'm not crazy. I might have been doing some things out of order and having a jam of that, but I'm not a crazy person who would do that. My name isn't insert name of actually good Dark Souls player who is not named me. I mean, we'll show up and bat him around a little bit and see what kind of chances we have, but beyond that, no. No. That's bad news. Honestly, I'm probably going to want to run past him anyways. And that's exactly what I'm going to do because, no. Yeah, I'll see you later, big dude. Oh, fuck. Yep, that's quite enough for me. And hello, Andre. I'm just going to grab the bonfire real quick, if you don't mind, my friend. Sweet. And we are going to pay a visit to Andre. Let's see what our very lore-heavy friend has to say.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me. Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh? There are two types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services. You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well. What? But nobody wants.
So, let's just learn a gesture from him here, because who doesn't want to learn gestures? Awesome.
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there.
Now, from what's known in the DesignWorks interviews, was that Andre, if you notice, is a very detailed, very, complex, intricate character, whereas a lot of them are just kind of covered in armor. He's got a lot of specifics with his skirt, his gloves, his hair. His mouth even moves when you talk to him, whereas most of the characters, they just kind of stare at you like... They don't say anything, they just stare. Originally, he was supposed to be a lot more important than he was. He was of Astora, and there's known lore, possibly conjecture, that the firstborn of Gwyn was exiled to Astora. That's how the undead prophecy came to be, from Astora. And if you notice, he looks like Gwyn, he could be a descendant of Gwyn, and originally, the idea was, in the original translation from Japanese to English, the translation of Firelink Shrine was the place for him to link the fire, the place for him to inherit the flame, the place for he who will inherit the flame. And the statue we found near the chest where you could pick up stuff if you dropped it was originally supposed to be moved by Andre. There's concept art of it, where he would let you into the kiln with the first flame, allowing you to link the fire and you to inherit that mantle. In the end, though, the concept was scrapped, and now he's just a noble blacksmith. Which is cool and all. I like that better, because Andre is awesome, and he's basically Hagrid Dad. Also, we have something to give him.
My, that's a rare ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I can produce divine weapons with a flame such as that.
Of course.
Well, thanks for that. You've made a fine decision. You soon shall see.
Though we have no interest in divine weapons, because that's how I roll.
I'll be seeing you.
So, let's continue on. We've talked about his lore, and we're gonna pay a visit to our friend, Onion Bro. Interesting, he talks about the land being flush with the mad and the wicked. He knows what's going on. Yet, he seems to kind of just forge out his own niche in the middle of danger. God, that's sexy walk. Right next to the Titanite Demon, which I find hilarious. He's got that literally right in his basement, and he's like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. It throws lightning at me now and then, it always misses. And Sen's Fortress right here as well. So, let's talk to our best friend, Siegward. Well, that was a wonderful conversation. Have anything more to say?
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak. Still closed. Still closed. Still closed.
Still closed. This is something to take notice of. Whenever we encounter Siegward, I can't ever remember it, he's always in a bit of a pickle and always needs our help. And that's how he progresses his quest line whenever we see him. That's important as we, progress, as we find out more about him. Also, he's not actually that fat. That's the armor. And if you notice, the helmet opens to the side, so that's just kind of a nice little detail. Because in the DesignWorks interview, once again, it was noted that the designers of all the armors and stuff worked off of a lot of references. But they spent a great deal of time working on the behind of the armor, the backside, because that's what you see the most of. So if you're going to stare at stuff, you're going to stare at something cool, which I find awesome. Now, I believe Andre has a new bit of dialogue for us after we have spoken to Siegmeyer. So I got a stuffy nose.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all. Need anything?
No, not yet. Not yet. Oh, no.
So,
Right back, actually. I'm going to go and blow my nose. Sorry about that, folks. I'm back. I can actually breathe now. So, let's press on.
Be careful.
I don't know how the fuck I got a green blossom in that slot, but move it. Alright, so now we're going to make a dash back to Firelink, actually. Because that's our next destination. And we're going to fuck around a little bit in the Undead Burg. And I'm just kind of going to keep at this until I got a concert to go to tonight. I'll probably be leaving for that in around an hour. Maybe a half hour. We'll see. It depends on how long it all takes. Maybe sooner. We'll see. I'm seeing Sick Puppies tonight. My friend is buying my ticket. Because I'm not all that crazy about them. I think they're an alright band, but I never, loved them. But he's like, hey, you want to come? I need someone to come with. So I'm like, alright, sure, whatever. So, I have someone to... I'm going. And, I love myself some concerts, so why not? These guys still aren't too bad. Remember when I had the worst luck with areas like this? I couldn't play this game worth a shit, and I tried to play it like some stand and deliver kind of thing. Alright. I have this asshole. We're going to want to draw him out, this Tower Knight. We don't want to fight him with the Channeler right there. We want to draw him out here, if we can. Because the Channeler is just another nightmare unto himself. That was a poor action and decision. Come here, big boy! Yeah, these guys don't have the fucking shitty-ass attacks that the Drangleic Knights, not Drangleic, Lothric Knights do in 3, where they can hit you with their shield when you're behind them. That was awesome, but it was brutal. The first time it happened, I was like, whoa, they're actually intelligent. Because that's what I love to do. I fish for backstabs so hard in this game. Because honestly, that's the easiest way to do things in Souls games. So you can believe I was kind of amazed when they were like, nope, and they basically denied me my backstab. That was risky. He's got such high poise, why would I even bother? Trying to stagger a tower knight, what the fuck is wrong with me? But hey, nice souls though. There we go. And he's gonna stay dead. Thankfully. Titanite shard. For free. That's nice. And now another essential pickup for us. Right here. That will be useful. Now I'm unsure how we're gonna fare against the Balder Knights. And right now it's not gonna matter. Because we're heading back to Firelink. And activating a wonderfully convenient shortcut. This gets the lift going again, and we have access right to Firelink Shrine, all from here. Stop off for a moment, because there's goodies to be had up here. Albeit with some terrible platforming, I mean terrible shit. Let's get this armor off. Unequip these. Yeah, this is bad. But you gotta do it. Oh shit, I thought I was fucked. Shit, man. Yeah. Great. Benefit of not wearing armor, you don't take too much damage when you fuck up. At least in these sections. Oh well, we were going to the same place anyways. Just sucks having to do that. I feel like, yeah, there is something to be gained from going there, but not quite yet, I don't think. We'll worry about, oh god. We'll worry about it a little later, but at the same time I want to go and pay it a visit. Like, pop in, say hi, and leave. Come on, come on. There we go. Back to 10 Estus flasks. Sweet. So, that allows us to retry our little fuck-up there. And it wasn't so bad. We didn't pay too much price for it. But also, I wanted to learn this guy's gesture, because I believe he had one. Yes, yeah. There we go. Shrug, because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Yeah, I know. We're going to make a very quick pit stop once we get up there to an undesirable location for right now. But I feel like we could do most of it except for the boss. Actually, I want to try it. Because we've got balls here, right? We got big balls. And what's life without balls? Hell. God damn it. Alright. We're gonna... The fucking platforming is just so bad. And the controls for it are so weird. They changed it in 2 and 3 for jumping and shit, but it's so bad trying to play it like this now. Let's try it again. Interesting that this doesn't look quite like Firelink Shrine in 3 does, but it's still got the idea to it, which I dig. What the fuck did I just do? The viewers at home, you're all screaming at me, "No, Kenshin, you fucking moron!" I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Because I just did that. Shit. I wasted even more of everyone else's time, I'm sorry. What the fuck? Did you just not fuck off from last time? Were you kind of like sitting there like, oh, I hope she comes back. And the music kind of is like, hi. And then goes away. Alright, we gotta trigger the elevator. Oh, that's right. I'm a fucking stupid idiot. Come on. Oh, that's our exit. Wow, I'm just getting worse and worse every day. Maybe it's a sign I should can it for the evening. Now we got a few more things I want to do first. Probably we're gonna see the asylum briefly, and then we're gonna can it. Alright, if we can get there, because this is just so fucking frustrating. Fucking ballsack, man. Honestly, if this turns into anything, I'm just gonna fucking turn it into like a highlight reel of every time I fail and like curse at the fucking game. Because that's the thing, it's like you gotta know when to edit and when not to. Usually I don't mind. I just keep it as is to get the full experience. Then there comes a time when it's like, you're clearly... What the fuck, guys? Go back to your spawn. Go back. Go back. And there comes a time when you're like blatantly failing at something repeatedly and there's like no hope of it. And it starts to be really boring for the viewer. So it's just like, dude, let's just edit that shit out. So if this keeps up, it's gonna happen. It's diabolical how shitty that jump is. Because I got it that first time, but your precision that is required of you is fucking bullshit. Alright, prepare for a highlight reel starting now. Oh, you fucking kidding me? Go away. No one wants you. Go away. Fuck's sake. Don't bother Petrus. I almost fucking did the same thing again by dropping down there. I'm a fucking moron. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to go. Ah! Ass. I don't get it. What's so interesting about it, dear skeleton man? It's really boring, actually. Just an old shrine. Please stop. You too, dude. It's kind of getting old. You and the shrine. Big piles of diarrhea. You got any bones to pick with me, huh? Nope. Really? It's getting fucking ridiculous. Excuse me. Fucking ran my fist up your ass. Dickwad. Yeah, sorry about that. These things happen, alright? Aw, balls. Aw, balls. Oh, yes, finally. Alright. Now we've got to, like... Steady on there, mate. Awesome. Oh, fuck. There. Come on. Yeah, I almost shat myself. Alright, well, we made it. That makes me happy. Now, we're gonna stop there on the way down because we've got somewhere else to be right now. And I'm not doing this fucking jumping bullshit again, so help me God. Yeah, that seems like a perfectly legit thing to do, right? Nice ball of beef sitting in your nest, looking all decayed and old like it's about ready to be thrown out. Chilling above the Undead Burg and the cemetery. Wait, that's not the Undead Burg. What the fuck is that then? Because that's the Undead Burg over there. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're about to go on an adventure. Adventure. Yeah. Hello. I look like I'm having the time of my life there. Really grand. Nice. Alright. We are back in the Undead Asylum. And we're here to grab a few things and then leave. Oh, fuck, I forgot to heal I forgot to heal at the bonfire to give myself 10 Estus flasks. Fuck. Pissed. These guys are a little hardier than normal hollows, too. Because they have torches! Oh, shit. And the torches make them, like, automatically tougher. Don't you know? Fuck. I want to at least get to the bonfire here, for fuck's sake. Easier said than done, I know. Don't judge me. Oh, hell. Take it. Take it. How's it taste? Alright. Now, when you're coming back to the asylum, whatever you do, unless you are ready for it, do not walk on that floor. You're gonna run into a crummy juncture, let me tell you. And I don't think you want to run into a crummy juncture. Not yet, anyways. I mean, if you're ready for the crummy juncture, go ahead. I mean, it's there for a reason, isn't it? But I'm not ready for said crummy juncture. So I'm just gonna not go there. In fact, I'm gonna go to this bonfire, and I'm gonna rest a little bit. Because we're gonna need it, because who else is here to greet us? No longer an archer, but yep. He wants to fight. In a very, very narrow area as well. He's gonna be hell like that. But we should manage. Besides, we're not human, and if we lose our souls to this guy, like, and can't get them back, that's an embarrassment. Because the bonfire is literally right there. Yeah, that's the problem. He doesn't even know where to go. See, this is all just for the souls, you know. This guy, I believe, was the first Black Knight I was actually able to defeat when I was playing the first time. Because I just kind of I was ready for it, you know? I don't even know how much damage I did or didn't do. I was ready to take this bastard on, and it went pretty well, actually. Oh, no it didn't, actually. I fucking lied. It went terribly. The only reason I was able to beat him is because I committed myself to it, and I figured, oh, there's a bonfire right there. I could just keep trying. There's so little to lose. And that's why I did it. True story. And altogether, not a bad one, either. Because it makes me feel less bad about my fuck-ups now. You just kind of gotta really get under this fucker's skin and annoy him. He's probably fucking pissed. He's like, stop going behind me, you asshole! I mean, I know I would be. I know I probably should heal, but at the same time, I kind of just am fucked. Yup. I knew it. But honestly, this is just candy. This is just because we can, you know? See, there was a little pun there. Did you like that? I hope you did. Heck. Crummy juncture. Come on. I hate fighting him in this little ass hallway. It really makes things shitty. Oh, I should have given the fucking shard to the firekeeper while I was there. Oh well. Because that would have made my time a little less crummy. But oh well. We'll manage. There's only one other guy, and he's in the bigger area where we can take more advantage of things. Ouch. Ouch. Crummy. Very crummy. We'll be alright. Yeah, better fucking be able to kill him now. Ah, that's not nice. Hey. How are you? I hope you're alright. Ah, he's backing himself up against the wall. He knows He knows that I'm fucking with him. I love how close that gets. It's just like, you feel like you're eating ass when you do that. And believe it or not, I was taking this guy down with conventional methods and shit. Like, I wasn't using backstabs or anything. I know you're gonna be like, why don't you parry? Why don't you riposte? Because I suck at those things. He's a little hardier, though, than the one in the forest. Yeah, the forest was my first actual Black Knight kill, as far as, like, body count. But this guy was my first real one, because I don't count the one in my forest as the first when I first played through, because I kicked him off the cliff like a loser. Like, all of us were losers, me and him included. Because I chose the cheap way out as far as killing him, and he fucking fell off the cliff like a putz. And I'm likely going to die, so we're going to speed the rest of this up, because it's probably going to, you know, be a really labor-intensive effort of, you know, the same thing over and over. I gotta repost on it. He's going. There we go. Fuck yeah.
So this is the emo band.
Oh my god.
How much more emo could you get? Like, this band is performing at Sick Puppies. They're the second before.
After like, oh Jesus Christ.
I would fuck the front woman though.
Let's take a look. She's alright. Not my taste, but she ain't bad.
So edgy.
Yeah, it's edgy. Alright, folks, that's gonna wrap it up for now for today's episode. We're gonna go back to the bonfire, rest, and cry about our mistakes and everything we've done. I've got a concert to go to. We'll pick it up very soon again because I really much enjoyed this. I don't even know how long it's been since I've been recording, but this was episode 1 of From the Flames, Inside the Flames, whatever it was from the quote from the intro. I can't remember. It's what the old lady said in the beginning of the thing, Within the Flame. Yeah, this was episode 1 of that. Stay tuned for episode 2 where we fuck around more in the asylum and try not to break floors and end up in boss fights we don't want to be in. I think I already rested. But I'm Kenshin, and I'll see you guys again soon. Peace.